Boom! First match of the day. It's the lower bracket semifinal of Group A. They are in the group, or they are the group survivors alongside Fly and Thunder, who are waiting in the winner bracket for their game. So the loser of this is eliminated, and the winner advances into the lower bracket final to still have a chance for the top 8. And of course, with that, still the chance for the top 4 spot, which would allow them to play the Pro Qualifier next season in April. We have a Keeper of the Grove opening for Sini, and we have a Blade Master opening for XiaoKK. Blade Master and Grunts, that's his units for sure. Two Chinese against each other. Should know each other inside out. According to our stats, XiaoKK is still part of the LP club. He was doing really well in WGTL alongside Colorful and Focus and Fortitude, especially in the Toon 2 department. How much does he really care about one-on-one? We don't really know that. Sini opening up with Treants to accelerate creeping, and the Blade Master's going for items first to finish the shop. So passive, tame, normal opening so far. Sini is switching to Huntress very early on, so not trying to rush attack or something, just establish map control early on to have a better solution against the Blade Master, against circlets, or against circuits in the inventory, and more creeping. This camp is required for level 2. The Blade Master should not be able to make it in time. Did he use the speed scroll? No, he did not. But the peon. Can the peon do something here? Nope. Damage is good enough. That's Entangle. And that makes the life of XiaoKK a lot harder. And he realizes that not too much harassment, no right clicks on the Keeper, but rather stealing the Ogre Magi away, which is a sneaky thing to do. And with that, he gets the Sentry Wards and covers the entire spot. And we all know how much this matchup is about expansions. So that is a wonderful, wonderful item. And look at this War Mill early. Alright. Keeper finds the first Grunt, but the Blade Master is close. And with that, he should be able to save the Grunt. If he can put more damage on that Keeper, which is the case. Moving it in aggressively without a heal self. Now he can apply it. Good save, good control. Good movement by XiaoKK so far. And Sini doesn't... Maybe he does know about the Sentry Wards, but probably not the position.
A player's forces are under attack.
So yeah, not rushing level 3 really. Creeping in the north, trying to harass a little, maybe creeping with Treants for level 3, but level 3 is far away. Blade Master gets level 2 now for Critical Strike, and maybe later Mirror Image. But Sini is getting some important upgrades with Ultra Vision. But tier 2 is rather fast, and I'm still curious, what is he doing with that War Mill? So far the Grunts have been positioned very defensively, trying to dodge the Keeper. Blade Master scouts the position now, and ooh, Sini, if you're going for the turtles, you will be jacked, my friend. Okay, before the Windwalk expires, he puts some more damage in to not let the backstab go to waste. And Huntress, rather tanky for a Night Elf unit compared to archers and stuff. So they can creep this and lead the Keeper to level 3, but it is a pretty slow opening for Sini. No sign of an expansion yet, and with that, he can't really mass, and with that, he might have a problem. Self-teleportation. Tier 2 is done. This should be a Shadow Hunter, and it is. Spirit Lodge for the Shaman. Rather standard, except the early War Mill. But if you have the goal, if you have a spare peon and you don't need the lumber immediately, then why not go for the Lumber Mill to get more lumber earlier, and for that maybe a faster adept upgrade. Second shop creep, while Sini is still trying to acquire level 3. 5 minutes 20 in. Now staffing home to creep probably something bigger, as there's still no harass at all. Has to go to the Moonwells to heal up, to use more Treants, and it's more Watcher Wards. Hi, XiaoKK. This is gonna be a lot of vision, so if Sini is planning to do the rad spot, this will probably be scouted. But speaking of scouted, Blade Master gets detected by Huntress, and this is a Little bit of a push, but he's running into the Shadow Hunter. There's no real chance of canceling anything here. And there's also no expansion. It's just wait, it's lores. Expansions was never the game plan initially. Or that got shut down by XiaoKK's early game. So, is it Mass Dryads? Keeper, Demon Hunter, Mass Dryads?
A player's forces are under attack.
Putting pressure on the Shadow Hunter is good. The later the game goes, the better these Serpent Wards become.
Is under siege.
Especially since it's Huntress. And if it's Huntress and Dryads, then Serpent Ward's piercing damage is obviously fantastic. And it is at least a Dryad mid-game opening. XiaoKK once again scouting for an expansion, replaces the Sentry Ward. And creeps the Demon Hunter.
Are under attack.
Very calm game. Nice play by XiaoKK to keep Shaman here, but now he has no perch anymore. He's got to be a little careful. These grunts had a very chill army time so far, or army duty so far. They didn't really see the world. They didn't really go to war too much. Just stay at home at the waifu, protecting the burrows. Defensive usage of them. Shaman. Ooh, purchase it last second, but that should be an easy right click if he wants to dive for it. Ooh, wow. And he's opening up with Torrent Totem. What is that? Big pickup for Sini. The more Shaman you get early, the weaker they become late game. Of course, they can't really acquire mana. Is he just switching gears from Grunt Shaman into Raider Walker? That's super expensive. And he won't have the Dispel for a long time if he's not replacing that Shaman. So is XiaoKK panicking a little bit? It's of course super hard to play Grunt Shaman against Dryads. But this takes a lot of time.
A player's forces
So Sini with a little bit of a fake out. Demon Hunter close to 3. Keeper at 3. One base, one base. So we're taking to tier 3 and... Is he just going MG Bears? Bears of course can be eaten by Kodos easily. Late stage Mountain Giants can't. We have Serpent Waltz and Heal Wave now. So no chance to go for Hex. Red Spot with Entangle, easy creep. And there is a ward, but the Blade Master is not in range to intercept this or to steal something here. So another good move for Sini as the Blade comes in a little later. Damage, like, this is okay item, but not really too great against this army. Thank you, Brink2 and Lurchi for the subs. And Sini's map control is growing quite steadily, I think. As this Raider Walker transition took such a long time. And Sini decides to go for Bears. Very, very interesting game so far. Not action-packed, but the movement between them, one reacting to the other, is quite nice. Talisman of Evasion, not the greatest. And we still need a level 3 Shadow Hunter. All the level 3s take quite some time. Blade Master still level 2. Shadow Hunter still level 2. Highest levels on the Night Elf side, who, once the Dryads were out, crapped a lot. They soaked up the map big time after this initial push. Keeper got 2 Shaman. That was wonderful. And now another push. And there's no real solution to this yet. He has at least one level 3 now. How much can the Serpent Wards do? Do you even want to spend your mana on Serpent Wards? Focus Fire seems good. There's even an orb for Sini, and the Bears do so much damage to the Raiders. If microed correctly, this looks like an easy fight for the Night Elf. Another Entangle, maybe overshooting in damage a little bit. Blade Master's no real issue, I think, but he's got to be careful with that bear. He does have a staff. Use it. Use it. No, that's level 3, but he goes for the Focus Fire on the Blade Master. Invo Potion to keep him safe. And so, XiaoKK holds this rather easily, but now there's no mana anymore, and there's still a lot of mana on the Night Elf side, who is retreating, waiting for more bears. If you could get that Kodo, it would be huge to just get rid of the damage boost. Staff on the Demon Hunter, he wanted to keep him safe. Now, of course, he knows that he doesn't have to worry about Hex. 3 units of Sini about to die, and I think he has no business really staying here after that Kodo is now safe for sure. Of course, dancing a little bit with the Dryads, with the slow, if you're not willing to use a heal scroll, it gets kind of rough. But yeah, Sini has to retreat for now, waiting for more bears, more Dryads, reinforcements. 2 bears are coming in. Reju, of course, a blessing, even on maps where you have fountains. The first big engagement, I think, could have been way worse for XiaoKK. Got the necessary level ups right in time. Had a decent amount of mana, but did he weather the storm yet? Not sure about that. And off we go. Focus Fire. Demon Hunter has no orb yet. I think the cooldown in the shop is still up. Wind of Mana Stealing and Mana Burn. That takes a lot of weapons away. Shadowhunter, can you go for a mana potion? Maybe. The fight is a little bit all over the place. Kodo, the very, very first target to get that bear back. Another bear falls at the side, and the Demon Hunter is coming back. Still no orb, but he's healthy. And XiaoKK is losing more and more control of that fight, down to 42, but there's quite some kills in range for him, but the next Kodo is getting entangled, getting taken out by Demon Hunter and Dryads. Wonderful combo. Gotta be careful about that Keeper, but there is a wonderful Reju. And yeah, that transition didn't really work. Maybe he should have gone for 1 or 2 Shaman. That would have delayed everything else, of course, a little more. But Purge against either Entangle or Reju is too good to not have it, I think. Still retreating a little bit. Waiting for some saved units that were parked at the fountains. You could easily creep this now. Well, it depends on the tank. He has an orb, so that's fine. And once he gets into Mountain Giants, that is really problematic. XiaoKK, with his timing window here, he's supposed to win the game soon. But I doubt that's working. Good experience. Level 4, Boots of Qualfiier, even more damage, even more tankiness. So, what can save or bring XiaoKK back here? Blade Master is not pimped at all. 2 circles is all he got. So damage on the Blade Master for a little bit of an X factor with Critical Strike would be nice. Invo Potion even. No second staff, no second orb. But alright, Subi Mask for the Shadowhunter, of course, always nice, but against Mana Burn, how good is it really? And he doesn't have a TP, he doesn't have a Speed Scroll, and there's Sini knocking on his door with 3 new bears. Tries to rebuild the shop, but no reinforced defenses either. I think Sini can be happy if he just takes out 1-2 burrows. And then retreat, go into 60, 70 supply. He's at 60 already, so there is a 10 supply lead. He could increase it to a 20 supply lead, but why leave? You can end the game. XiaoKK still trying to do something. Sini refuses to go into Mountain Giants. I think he just wants to end the game with this. Maybe a second orb and then push him to death. Goes for the Blade Master. There's a potion and the heal scroll. No heal wave anymore. Now he has one. Uses the potion first, can't save the Raider. Oh, XiaoKK maybe lacking the micro department a little bit. The Dryads are all safe, and if they're free to reign with all their poison damage stacking up alongside the Orb of Venom, then that is oftentimes the end for anything that they attack. And I think this is the end for XiaoKK as well. A couple of units are falling, but I mean, look at his supply. It remains true. Good focus fire on the Serpent Wards pretty much throughout the entire game. Bears are gone, so the front line is gone, but without the Blade Master, is there really damage? Is there really the necessary damage? He still has that Invo Potion, level 5 Keeper. It's just so much. If you can reign free with Entangle, if there's not enough Dispel to deal with Entangle, then this is oftentimes how a game can look. And there's no second base that can save XiaoKK. There's no super high level hero that can save XiaoKK. Ooh, that bear though, a little bit mispositioned. Does have a staff, wants to save it for the Demon Hunter, as he can staff back into the battlefield immediately. And that is game indeed. We got the first map. Going to Sini in... I don't know, he had a little issue getting to level 3. But afterwards, he tricked KK into thinking this is a hunt expansion play. That mass hunt expansion play never really worked. And so he was stuck with Lodge and Grunts and Shaman and Grunts. The Shaman got picked up. That game derailed super quickly once he got the 2 Shaman. And then if you have to tech switch in the early mid game, that can oftentimes break your bones. And that's what happened. Yeah, KK, there is room for improvement. Also in the match against Thunder, I think. Not KK's top shape so far. Not the impressive grunt movements, the blocks, the surrounds, the Blade Master control that we're used to seeing from him. But yeah, as we said, a little bit more focused on 2-on-2 probably. The second game has already started. This Concealed Hill, oftentimes the go-to pick for orcs. So I wonder what Sini or what KK still has in store. Terranos! That's a map I haven't seen in this matchup for quite some time. Did we? If we look onto the stats here, you see Sini, according to the numbers, the favorite. 65% versus Orc, 62% against XiaoKK. So we shouldn't be too surprised. Had some good runs recently as well, but with XiaoKK, you never know what you get. Some days he can play incredibly good, and other days, well, he might be off a little. Today seems to be a little bit of an off day. And now what is this? Shadowhunter Pitlord Tower Push? Is he one of these kind of guys? Or does he try to play it standard with a Blade Master Rush? But I don't see... Ah, there's the shop. Okay. Was about to say, I don't really see a shop to build a speed scroll. And it is a Blade Master XiaoKK for pretty much his entire career. A very solid Blade Master player, and wow, this keeps on happening. It keeps on happening. Warden on Terranas versus Orc. Is he expecting a Farseer? Warden versus Blade Master can't hurt. Thank you. I want a sheet for the 6-month resub. Poor student. Sometimes sub. You're worth it. Thank you very much, man. Keep it together. That's really cool. I know for a lot of people this is not the best situation financially. So if you decide to sub to us instead of getting 2 or 3 beers, then that's excellent. Thank you guys. So this should be fun. I'm not 100% sure how good of a Warden player Sini is, I would rather rank him lowerish than the best of the best. But I wouldn't say that he's necessarily bad with it. At least that's not something I saw, like a bad Warden from him, I think. So Slippers, good start. Greater Mana, the perfect start. Can a game start better than not getting your Shadow Priest stolen, not getting rushed by a Blade Master, getting a Greater Mana and extra damage? I don't think so. On the other side, Gloves of Haste. No rush, man. If you decide to go for a Blade Master on this map, don't you have to rush this kind of?
A player's forces are under attack.
So, more HP as well, plus the Circlet, Shadow Strike first. Blade Master's putting some good damage onto that Shadow Priest, so boop, that's gone, and that's almost level 2 here. There's no second engine of war for the Warden, but probably a Telestaff? No, just Dust. Telestaff wasn't ready. Haha, sneaky. Pushed him to the shop a little earlier. So, yeah, how to creep? Shadow Priest was a little expensive. Tech is a lot faster for XiaoKK. And he should feel kind of comfortable with his position right now. He's not facing a keeper. It's only, quote-unquote, a Warden. Ah, thank you for that timeout. This feels good. Ah, yeah, I was close to doing the same. So this is level 2 now, Skull of the Beast. Not really a good item for Orc, I think. At least not if you're going Raider Walker. Here we have the staff. This was the plan all along. And it's nighttime. There's no Ultra Vision though. So he doesn't see... Oh, he didn't see that XiaoKK was creeping on the side. Or maybe he really wanted level 3 with that one peon. So now, of course, he can apply a lot of pressure with that Blade Master being so low. Still waiting for tier 2 and that's potions. Very good damage on the Blade Master now as well. Especially DPS. Not necessarily the biggest right clicks, but... Seems like the Warden is having a good time now. Is he fooled by this illusion? Not anymore. But he's playing against the Warden almost like he played against the Keeper. So scared of Entangle, respectively Shadow Strike. Second set of Slippers. Nice. And Sini is just creeping up. He doesn't want to dive. He doesn't want to chase. 3 beers for €5. Where do you live? What kind of beer are you drinking? Is the better question. I live in Hamburg. So again, Shadowhunter Warmill. Warden can always pick up units with a strong Shadow Strike. Fan of Knives, not a fan against Orc really. As the units are just too tanky. We do have a Shadowhunter against it naturally, plus heal scrolls properly. So, yeah, not a fan here. Panda second, wow. That's a hero combo that you rarely see against Orc. But I especially like the Drunken Haze when everything misses. And again, it's very little dispel. Warden causes trouble, takes the Berserker, still holds on to the Greater Mana, so this item will have a lot of value. Yeah, Shadow Strike, Drunken Haze. Gonna be a good slow combo. The Dryads will come in as well. So the Warden finally getting focused, but decides to go for Blink, and I think that is the right choice. And waiting for the Dryads. Panda is doing a good job. Level 2 for him. But Blade Master is level 3 a lot quicker than on game 1. That certainly helps, but the Warden was creeping some stuff away here. Buys time for the Panda to level up. It's a lot about the second heroes now. but it's just grunts and raiders? That's kinda it, right? Double beastery. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But what do you go for? Against mass piercing damage and panda, do you want to go wyvern? I doubt that. Also Shadow Strike deals with them rather quickly. Do you want to go raiders against drunken haze? I think it will be mass raiders and trying to lame and dodge them, but if there's a base race, panda is very good, and drunken haze on a big army of raiders is also preventing a lot of damage, so maybe XiaoKK is taking himself into a corner here. Is there a way to do a one-time donation or pay for a year subscription? Both. There is a tier 3 sub that I think goes for half a year, but you can also do a one-time donation. Link is in the about section of the stream. Thank you very much for considering that. So, Panda found the necessary levels, has level 2 Breath of Fire already. And again, this Shadow Hunter progress is barely existing. Both heroes are super low. And we only have a level 1 heal wave. That turns into a problem. The Warden created so much space. The Panda was creeping freely. Dryads are out. More slow. Everything hurt. And the answer is just Raiders. Raiders are there for base lane. They can be really good. They can swing the game around if you play for that so-called rad style. When you run around, hit and run, little skirmishes everywhere on the map and attacking buildings with pillage. But if you bring the fight to the orc, then it's looking kind of good. We need some healing or, yeah, the blink on the Warden. That does it for now. But healing is definitely lacking. Could do some Shadow Strikes from afar onto the Blade Master, interestingly. Raiders are finding the Dryads, but the Panda has more mana as he found the Pendant of Energy. And there's barely an army. Warden just goes for the safe route, gets a double kill on the grunts. OKK, this is all you got left. It's a Raider and 2 heroes. And the rally points were miscued, so he didn't even have the reinforcements in the fight. This looks like Sini just has to lick his wounds a little bit. And then that's game. Expansion would definitely be possible now. I think the best shot that KK has is like Zeppelin drops.
A player's forces are under attack.
This looks rough. Not a great day for XiaoKK. Wow, this beer discussion is still going on. Didn't expect that to happen with this one comment. Okay, KK is still following his game plan. Doesn't want to give this up. Goes pillage now, which is probably the only way to win this. Scourge Bone Chimes if you transition into bears. Wonderful. Still too strong, by the way. But can he dodge? Especially a Warden with Blink and Staff for so long. I think if you buy a Staff on the Panda as well, you can defend this easily with just 2 heroes. Did he just get the second big mana? Yeah, right. Whoa. So, Zeppelin it is. This has to work. There's a TP on Sini, who played this pretty safe. Moonwell upgrade as well. Is he already getting ready for this? Already getting ready? You know what I mean. He also has more disable with the Wand of the Wind. No Nature's Blessing, so this can be a little dangerous. Town Portal comes in immediate, but the damage is good. Nature's Blessing only Q now. How much damage can he do? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. The miss chance is amazing! But can he kill that tree? He absolutely can. And he's trying to get out here. That was a wonderful attack. That was probably the only way to get back into this game, and it did work. So we have ourselves a game. We have a very strong Night Elf with good heroes and a good army, but no income against a rather weak Orc, who's going now into a Raider Walker army. Second attack upgrade as well. We got ourselves a game. Sini, Nature's Blessing. Remo says it's a meme, but...
Player's forces are under attack.
It remains true. If you have Nature's Blessing, you keep your trees. If you don't have Nature's Blessing, you lose your trees.
A town is under siege.
Here we go again. Dum, 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 dum. Of course he lost a couple of raiders. Damn, dude. Okay, let's wait for the fight. We got a new donation. That's awesome. Goes for the Blade Master right away. The damage output with the potion might be enough. Wand of the Wind cancels the staff. Was a sweet idea, but he didn't check the inventory. And now how to get out. He doesn't even have Windwalk anymore. Oh, XiaoKK, can you reach? That was close, man. $20, 20 euros actually, by Cartoony. I will donate 20 euros every time I meet Neo in ladder and he wins. Did that happen yesterday or something? Or was that the last time you donate because you're a good player? Could both be possible. I am very thankful for that, mate. Thank you. Sorry about the chat stuff. Fixed. Okay, Sini is soon to be mining. Still going grunts.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, they are not getting wrecked as fast as raiders against bears in a direct fight. One is trying to scout a little bit. But yeah. Can he transition into a normal fight now? Listen. Okay, now there's the depth. Last Windwalk. Consumables look rather poor. Only the Mana Stone is very good. KK getting ready for 60. Then maybe the next attack. Sini is just babysitting this gold mine. It's a decent army. I mean, he couldn't spend anything in the past 3 minutes. But now he finally has income again. Take a look at the goal. Sorry. Are we back? I think we are. Yep. I want to show you this. So, clearly a big goal advantage. Almost 2k. And that got XiaoKK back in the game. Little investment. With a Zeppelin and 1 or 2 raiders. And big effect.
Player's forces are under attack.
How can you talk about beer for so long without me feeding you any topics? Crazy. The best beer is obviously Jefer. It's not even close. Just to fuel that discussion even more, you know. 1,000 gold for XiaoKK. Are we mining this out on the orc side? Oh, Zeppelin crashes! Was there something inside? I don't think so. No, it was just a scout, right? Ooh, I almost missed it. But yeah, I just wanted to check if the Night Elf is home or out on the map. Really curious that Sini is not playing with expansions at all. I mean, obviously, due to the missing tree, he couldn't in this game. But he could have earlier, before the tree was down. And he can't go for potions, so he has to tech that 700 gold on top of the 2k that was mined already. Or like 1k, maybe. 61 supply. We are building a strong army. There's an orc expansion now. Yeah, that is of course something you can't really deal with the warden. With the panda you can, maybe. You can definitely do some damage with bears. You can do a lot. You could do like return the favor and go for Zeppelin himself. Wow. That is a very, very, very tame series between them. Very low tempo, which is unusual for nowadays Warcraft scene. There's usually stuff happening everywhere all the time. A little bit of a blast from the past. Four Kodos. Did he just counter the bears with that? With the speed scroll, that might be possible. There's of course crowd control. With Dryad Slow and Drunken Haze. And Shadow Strike. But if you lock them down with Ensnare, if you engage with the speed scroll, this could be 16 supply in Kodos. I think we forgot about the control group a little bit. Expo is up. As the gold mines run out soon. Okay. It's really hard to engage into the bears. Fan of knives, actually. Switching into this. First Kodo got a little snack, but the other three are blocked behind a lot of grunts and a lot of raiders. That's not really where they were. But oh my god, the bear just walking into that big mouth. Okay, so 8 supply are gone. That might even work here as well. This is a bad fight for Sini. He's trying with Hero Focus. 60 pop for him. Hero Focus does work. Bear is down and the Raiders are approaching the Dryads now. There's no block line anymore except the Panda. He has double AoE. Still has that big AoE. Drunken Hay. Where was that Breath of Fire going? Did the Dryads say they're cold or what happened there? Ooh, okay. Still 66 supply, but you have to... Like, the soup is lying here, as there's still 8 supply in the bellies. But XiaoKK still has income. Of course, Sini too. And he's going into Mountain Giants now. Mountain Giants can't be devoured once there's an upgrade. That upgrade is not researched, though. He has to queue it almost immediately. He goes Hardened Skin first, Resistant Skin should be next. Rather cheap upgrades. He should really not engage into Kodos when there's no Resistance Skin. And resistance skin still does take quite some time. There's exactly 2 spots for Devour. Takes forever. Is he baiting it? Like, he's asking for it. If they're not getting devoured by Kodos, it's of course hard to do. Kodos are eating now. 1 mountain giant gone. 2nd mountain giant gone. 14 supply not part of the fight. He engaged a couple of seconds too early. And how are you supposed to win this now? If you can take out the Kodos, that's nice. But this fight looked like he was just begging XiaoKK to eat his giants. What a throw. What a huge throw. Big mana is gone as well. There's Blink, but there's also Hex. Nice staff by the Panda, but he's on his own. He has nothing to save himself. Oh, Sini, that was not the way, my friend. That wasn't good. Now there's Hardened Skin. But okay. GG. Oh, Sini. Why? So unnecessary. Maybe he just wanted to have some fun. I think he could have won that if he just waits 10 seconds longer. Then the mountain giants are a real force, but maybe he didn't pay attention. Or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's what happens if you engage with mountain giants into Kodos. Okay, could have been an easy 2-0 for Sini, who I think until the tree snipe played a lot better and played into the power spikes. That was pretty good. Yeah, but then he exposed his tree a little too long, didn't go for Nature's Blessing. The actual mistake is not going for Nature's Blessing. Then you lose your tree. Everything derails. And yeah, this mountain giant fiasco, I think you all know. Okay. When did the beer discussion start? Let me check. The beer discussion started 20 minutes ago. Keep it up, guys. Can you talk the entire stream about beer? That would be very impressive. I will not feed it anymore. Just see if you can keep it up. Oh, I can't believe this just happened. He was so strong in the mid game. And then he wasn't. Okay. We go into game 3. Who's gonna face the loser of Fly and Thunder? And it's Northern Isles. So, do we do this again, Sini? I wouldn't recommend that, to be honest. But apparently, and very clearly, he has a different view on things. So, let's check this out. Sini, why? Yeah, exactly. Sini, why? We got KK in the bottom left. We'll probably play the same again. Oh, this time it's a little different. It's an earlier shop, later barracks. And it's a keeper again. Back to standard, which is the right thing to do. Warden was fun, and on Terranas it might work, especially if you find a mana potion early on. Yeah, but none of you play the endgame like this. So, Blade Master, and he's probably just trying to harass, skipping grunts for quite some time. Interesting to cue the tech a little faster. Because the grunts will at one point be entangled and probably killed. And this is a safe creep by Sini. You can go for either this one or this one. But the one on the right hand side can be harassed if scouted. And the green one, not really. There's also no instant aggression, as he saw with the peon, that it is the safe spot. There's nothing of value to attack at the moment. So it's a circlet. No, wait, what's... Is Sini, is it ultra aggressive? He's going for the hunt opening of Concealed again. Okay. Blade Master versus Keeper. Almost no other unit anywhere.
Forces are under attack.
A little bit of a later tech by Sini as two wisps are just standing around doing nothing. That's awkward. Losing on a little bit of lumber. He should fix that soon. He did queue something. Archery, okay. Early expansion this time. So both are playing a different build compared to Concealed, and the Keeper is actually getting a peon here, which shouldn't really happen, I think. Spams his mana, creates some distance, got a kill, and we'll continue to creep in a second. Rush for staff. Keeper got it. Nice. So the Blade Master can't staff out of Entangle. And with that, the right clicks can be stopped, but Sini is not taking care of this. I don't think that's enough. Like, Entangle is helping a little bit, but it's still only at 40%. There's Windwalk. Okay, reveal. This doesn't help. Needs another Entangle, and then that's it. Now we got it. But I think this is 150 mana wasted. And he can still click through this. Or can he? Dangerous. There's still reveal in 2 seconds. Needs to follow. There's reveal. Not using it. Big loss for Sini. Cues the tech. Changes plans, but he's an entire tech behind. Shadow Hunter was started already. Yeah, I think you either hang around to protect this earlier. You knew the Blade Master was here. Big mistake. Despite the claw. Oh, we got Watch Awards. Sweet. And I guess this time he's going through with his Grunt Shaman play, huh? He shouldn't really try to transition again. That was really bad on Concealed. And since he has a huge tech lead, this should be working. But Sini is doing the one thing he can do, and that is using his mana for Entangle and the strength of the Huns at the moment, try to buy more time. He's teching now, he's rebuilding that expansion. Nice lightning shields. Shadowhunter is in with Hex, and that results in a kill. Well calculated. So this was a little bit of a trade, but trades should favor XiaoKK, especially since he saved the Ogre Magi for himself. That's level 2, that's levels for his Shadowhunter. He had to invest into a potion, gets a little more strength with the Pariapt. And the early Shamans, man, that's such a game winner in the early mid game. If you have a solution all of a sudden, the biggest issue was Entangle, is Entangle. Another Watcher Ward to see if this expansion works. Nice. KK, the first game really wasn't yours, but game 2 and 3, you make good decisions.
Town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And Sini invites you a little bit to it as well. Alchemist second for Acid Bomb. Thank you, Pogi, for the host. Sini needs time. Lots of time. Needs upgrades. Needs levels. Needs the expo to pay off. So KK can decide push or expand. And I think he's going for a push with Warmill. Probably going for defense upgrades. Now he saw the Alchemist. Oh. Wait, is that the Blade Master that... Oh, the steal! The big steal of the Scourge Bone Chimes. Oh my god. Second time he gets this. Oh no, last time it was Sini, right? With his bears. Okay, experience went to Sini, but the item. And he went out there safe. Shadowhunter can creep, Invo Potion, counter expansion. Has been scouted though. Sini, is he in punching distance with 4 Huns? I don't think so. Now the expo is coming up. Should be a little bit faster, but not by too much actually. That turning into a new meme, the Sini Y. See this more and more. Okay, does cancel it, exposes himself a little bit. So does he just trade this expansion for TP? Because there is Hex, there is Purge, really hard to run away from this. We also have a Speed Scroll. But so far he's only willing to use the Hexes. Could potentially be a big pick up the first Raider. Can't really replace this at the moment because he's researching and snare, and he does lose it. So how big is the trade actually? XiaoKK should not lose his Shaman again, but that is massive pickups. You can lose Huns. It's not a big deal. You just replace them, especially when you get the second engine of war, which is now the case. But Raider and Shaman gone is so big. And now the Speed Scroll. Both playing a game that can be improved, I think. Oh, but the Purge was tricky. Aiming for a surround, switching gears, goes for another hunt. Supply numbers for Sini, of course, whack at the moment. But once he gets this one up and this one pays off. So many wisps. There we go. This is not an army for KK that can kill an expansion. Or push into Moonwells. Once again, a turnaround in the game between the two. Not the biggest consistency. And now Greater Mana. Greater Mana on Keeper Alchemist with a low number of Shaman. Congrats, guys, to 30 minutes of beer talk. Pretty much uninterrupted. There's no Serpent Ward, so... Should you even go into archers? Probably after you have a big blocker line, but that's not the case. Also, no upgrades for the hunts. And that might be a little fragile. If you're not going for something from the lore. Okay, can't blame them to slow this down a notch. Witch Doctor. Problem with archers, you can't kick expansions as fast as you can with hunts. Oh, I see for the first time Acid Bomb has a different icon. Of course, there's a skull on the icon usually. More upgrades, no tier 3. Can you beat an orc without Orb of Venom? Tome of Retraining. What? I don't think that's the right idea, mate. This... You should sell it, right? Like... It's cheaper, okay. I get it. And maybe he thought it's going to be more hunts, but I would definitely stick with this build. Or are we mixing in more hunts? No, we don't. Red spots now. What's it going to be? Movement speed would be great. Of course, for Sini. Cactus Pipe would be great as well. For XiaoKK. Local play. You can't... Do you want to be in the front row with the Alchemist? Not always, I think. So Cloak, maybe not the best. Katga's Pipe is great for the Shaman. And the Shadow Hunter, of course. But he sees an attack coming. This is not the most powerful attack. He's switching into Hunters now. Curious if he responds with more Serpent Wards or if this is enough. 61 pop against 63. Pretty even fight when it comes to supply numbers. No TP and no speed scroll. Oh, XiaoKK, that is a mistake. You can't. If you go for the outskirts. Oh no. So much free damage. Sini can just TP out and damage is done. He wants the second burrow and that's exactly what's happening. Massive mistake. How can you leave that position without new mobility? Oh my god. They both want to lose this, don't they?
A player's forces are under attack.
We're getting into dangerous hero level territory, especially level 5 Shadowhunter. Doesn't even have a slot. Ah, there we go. Sini about to muster another attack. He does have more upgrades. 2-2 now with Wisps, 80 food. And XiaoKK can't follow. He's stuck at 55. So it is Serpent Wards now, which is now the right choice. As Sini went for a lot more hunts than before. So it was kind of cool to have it as a backup plan. Trying to flank lots of grunts. Only 1-1 upgrades though. Can we build a lightning wall with lightning shields on grunts? If you face these hunters straight up, you won't win, but the Serpent Wards might help. They're on level 2, they're pretty big, but lightning shield in the back. You need to take care of these archers, and the Blade Master is a good weapon with that. Heal Skull as well, Heal Spray too. There's so much mana, even the one of the wind coming in. Where does that come from? Not even sure. But yeah. front line quickly disappearing, but he's opened the snake pit, and Sini is losing 20 supply here. Invo potion. He's even about to lose more. But on the other side, if there's an acid bomb on the right-hand side, all these grunts are melting so quickly. It's mass murder. Both front lines are gone. The Shadow Hunter has no mana anymore. Nicely positioning out of range of the Serpent Wards mostly, and KK, big potion, mirror image to get out of that, aiming for that Alchemist right now. Both are about to lose everything. But Heal Spray and that big mana is now such a big win. And still that huge supply gap, or again, that huge supply gap. At least Sini can follow up in 270. I mean, KK can go into 70 if Sini allows this. He has 700 gold. He's making a pit stop to the shop and then probably ends this game. Well prepared, this push. Well, he's not... 2 heal scrolls and a protection scroll. I think he could end it if he wants to. But he also tagged. Is there nothing else to do? He's at 72. Everything is healthy again. I think we're good to go. Wants a little more experience, which is understandable. Level 2 heal spray, just too good. And is that level 5? No, why is he going here? Why is he... Well, maybe just to do something? It's only the shaman. Or does he want to expand there? No, he can't afford that. He has a speed scroll now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sini giving KK too much time. We'll see. Hunter's frontline, not the biggest. Wisp detonates, super important, but he purges them out. Can he get them? Can he get rid of all of them? Yeah, this is sick. So the detonates didn't land on the shaman. There is, of course, a big aura for XiaoKK. But the massive frontline, again, how many snakes do we have? Scroll of Protection is doing a wonderful job. And Sini is pulling back, giving up the creep spot. Knows that if the shaman has so much mana, I probably shouldn't take the fight. Use the Scroll of Protection for it, though. This mass tier 1, sometimes the supply does lie. How good are the acid bombs? Oh, they're not in. There's no mana anymore on the Alchemist, and I think that is Sini's biggest problem. On top of all the lightning shields that are wrecking his backline. So he's going for the hero focus. There is acid bomb now. No real way to save this blade anymore, is there? He's blocked, has no windwalk, and that's the Blade Master gone. Level 5 Shadow Hunter. New Serpent Wards with... Wait, did you just go heal wave 3? Can someone tell him that Serpent Wards have 50 damage? Big kill, but the supply gap is closing, and there was the last acid bomb. Has to recover mana, and can play with his tier 3 advantage now. Is there a hero coming? Pot him or something? Nope. But Orb. Orb will be a game changer. Can invest his 1000 gold into mana potion, marksmanship. That's all big upgrades, and XiaoKK doesn't have these upgrades. He's still working with his tier 2. Got the level 5. And the Blade Master is back. Mana potion. Okay, it's a lot about consumables on KK's side. Would love to see the second armor upgrade for the grunts. That would be so big. Maybe even the attack upgrade, because then you get more HP back from Vamp Aura. Pit Lord! That's pretty cool. It's a good target for lightning, or with Howl. He can be great, but he's getting surrounded by KK immediately. So that one Howl was the only thing he got. Sick back and forth. Can he take care of his Blade Master this time? He does have an Invo Potion. Again, the Lightning Shields. He's not splitting well against the Lightning Shields, and the Wisp detonations aren't there, so free AoE damage. Has to go for the heal scroll immediately. 600 gold still, but it feels like the losses are only on Sini's side. Pitlord is coming back, but walks into the back line. Good. Replaces the Huntress in front now. Hero focus again, but can easily get out with an Invo potion. There we go. Needs some healing. And now level 3 heal wave is, of course, wonderful. KK is winning this. KK is winning this level 5 on the Blade Master. Sick game. Not a perfect game by any means, but that was a tug of war that eventually XiaoKK will win because he's tearing through the Night Elf army right now. And again, there's no solution to the Lightning Shield. Excellent execution once again. And more Lightning Shields. He's just hurting himself all the time. He doesn't learn. And that's the expo gone. I never in a million years thought that XiaoKK would win this. But again, he finds the one way. He's close to level 6 now. Oh, mass murder thanks to Lightning Shield. He got 4 kills with Lightning Shield. This is never, ever, ever allowed to happen. They have constant mana, of course. The Katga's Pipe is helping a lot. Lightning Shield again. Look at the damage. Look at this damage. I think Sini gave up. Unlimited Lightning Shield. Okay, level 6 is sweet, but you don't have mana for the ultimate anyway. Lightning Shield for the win. GG. Sini out. XiaoKK. Who would have thought after game 1 that it would go this way? Not me, certainly. And Sini had the series. He broke KK already. KK was on his last leg on Terranas stand, put all eggs in one basket, went for the Zeppelin drop, and that was the moment of the series. As I said, not perfect Warcraft, lots of things to improve, but Power Spike shifted back and forth. They had the right responses to each other, and with that, KK out, Sini in the decision match against the loser of Fly versus Thunder. And that's going to be our next game after a little break. So see you in a bit.